Came home, we were doing the jacket changing. She couldn't take normal baths because
Of that,
water goes into your lungs. The peg was okay because it's your stomach acid, but in your lungs. So we used the baby bathtub for long. Put her in there, just washed her nicely, and the one, but we did it together. So the one would hold her to make sure the water doesn't go, and just bath her. Obviously, no swimming and stuff. So, and then from there, I was at home, and it was, in hindsight, the best thing that could actually happen to me.
Thank heavens.
Because I think any mom would love to be with her baby at home.
Yeah.
Even in normal times.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to. Nobody enjoys dropping their baby at his creche and going to work.
No.
It's not nice.
No.
So in that way, I am seeing the blessings from this all, that I had to be there, but I was there.
Yeah.
And I could, there was a Tannie Finn in our church. She was doing therapy with her. She was a very good therapist in the South.
Okay.
She was already, she couldn't properly even sit on the floor, but she went onto the floor with her. She did it for free and showed me what exercises to do with her at home, because she couldn't do normal tummy time with the pig.
Okay. I see.
You say, do tummy time.
Yes.
How? So I made it work with her. Rolled up towels, put it underneath her so she could also press on her arms, and she would work on the ball and tell me, this is what you do for the week, and that's gonna happen. And then every time I do it, then she starts reaching or she starts touching. So I did everything she said, but she also passed away, I think 2 years ago. But she was very good to us.
Yes.
Her and her husband. And then she started developing. Everything was a bit later, but not everything was that bad. Like sitting up, walking, that was because she couldn't move from the start. 6 months she was in hospital like this.
Yes. Considering
where she is today, then they told me, okay, we also didn't know, is this going to be forever? We took it day by day. So I actually said that we needed to go to Boston, America.
Oh my goodness.
To go to that Boston Children's Hospital.
Oh my goodness.
They needed to do a posterior tracheopexy. That's where they again open the same spot. But they go in, they attach the airway to the spine to keep it open. And then I'm like, okay, where am I gonna get 16 million rand? I think that was the rough amount that they gave us that time. I could be wrong, but he said there's no one in South Africa. So I knew about this one child that went there. And she was
Boston.
Yes. And I was sitting one night, it was November. She was 1.5 years old. But then we had this tracky peg. And we were taking turns sleeping next to her because she couldn't cry. She didn't have a voice. With a tracky, you don't have a voice.
I didn't know that.
It sounds like
what?
If you blow water through a straw when they breathe hard. It's that sound because it's a pipe down your throat.
Interesting.
And you have to suction the whole day because she can't swallow. And if phlegm and stuff sits there, she's not going to breathe properly. So the whole day you have to know how deep to put that pipe down and how not.
So she couldn't cry?
She cried, but you couldn't hear her like a normal cry.
I see.
It was like that straw.
Filter. Nou is ons klaar. Nou moet ons bad. Waar het ek nou 'n ander dingetjie weggegooi?
Wat 'n dingetjie?
Nee.
It must have gone through your head that my child's never going to speak.
It did go through my head. It did.
That's
it
scary.
Also, but I sort of saved it for later. I didn't even.
No, you couldn't even go there.
I couldn't. I really, whenever my mind went to the future, I stopped it. when people, the pictures of my child is in grade 1 and what, I'm like, I don't know if you're going to get there.
Oh, wow.
But I stopped it immediately.
Okay.
So
Okay.
once again, we were in hospital for a lung infection, drips, sometimes in her head.
Oh, my goodness.
They like gave her meds to calm and they would put it in her head. I would have to push her down to draw bloods, to find veins. They could never find veins. Then it pops out. Then I have to put it again. So I was sitting then one night after another drip, and I was saying, I can't do this anymore. Like, we can't do this anymore. Like, we can't live like this.
Wow.
And I was sitting on bed, and I still believe it's not me. I'm thinking out this plan.
Mm-hmm.
It comes to you for a reason. And then it's the Holy Spirit or God speaking to you. But I contacted this child's dad that went to Boston.
Okay.
I said, please help me. We're in the same boat. She needs this op. I know your son went there. How did you manage to raise money?
Okay.
Because now I struggle to ask for money,
Yeah.
Like, how am I going to do this? But I'm going to do this.
Yeah. I can't live like this.
Back a body or whatever.
Exactly.
But I asked him, how did you raise the money? He said, please don't even go there raising money, going to America. Because in the meantime, he found a group in South Africa, OTSA, put me on the WhatsApp group, and I said, this is my problem. Any help out there? And the mom in Cape Town replied to me and said, 2 months ago, my daughter had this op in Cape Town. And I said, please give me the doctor's number. Please just give me the number of the doctor. She gave me everything.
Wow.
About a week later, so we went actually out of hospital, came packing.
Okay.
It was in December we had to go, beginning of December.
Okay.
So then we had to buy flights, tickets. Coming out of hospital, there were people from church, and they don't even like to be named or mentioned or thanked heavily.
Wow.
They bought our flight tickets. They said, okay, we can stay in their home at Cape Town. They have one there for free.
Oh my goodness.
And we had a Trailblazer car to drive with. It was there.
Amazing.
They said, just tell us what you need. Tell us what it costs. They paid everything.
Wow.
And we went. From hospital, packed, went there.
Wow.
And then...
And the doctor in Cape Town said he could do it and...
Yes, they actually gave the cell phone numbers to us.
Wow.
And doctors don't really always do that.
Yes.
Like we could message them anytime. They said, come immediately.
Wow.
Okay. Think the 1st of December she was operated.
Wow.
In the aeroplane.
Okay.
There was an aunt that's sitting behind me, an old lady, and she tapped me and she said, does she have a trachea? And I said yes, because in restaurants everybody's looking and I don't mind if people came to ask me, I would explain to them, but people looked like what's happening there, and
you
it's
don't
scary.
often see it.
And then I said yes, she does, and she's like, look, I also had one. She was ill when she was big already, and she had one. And I still speak to her. And she actually phoned me in the week also, but lovely person. We visited her once there in Cape Town, and when we landed, a lady came to us saying that this child is very special, and she bended and she was singing to her, Jesus loves her, and just looking at her, and I said, this trip, it's different. It's blessed, and that this thing is happening to us.
So you were feeling very hopeful.
I was
on that trip there.
All the way. Like I said, I've cried that once. Since then, I said my baby's gonna live.
Yes.
She's gonna live.
Yes.
Since pregnancy, I said it.
Yes.
I just believe nobody's gonna phone me to say that she's not there anymore, whatever it might be. I never even said it out loud. Yeah, but anyway, we got there, and it was funny that it's the first time she's at the beach, because we stopped there from airport, and it wasn't for holiday.
No.
It was a funny feeling.
But she couldn't swim. She
nothing.
couldn't.
So nothing.
Ew.
So we stayed there at that
Okay.
place. Next day, I think we went to the pulmonologist.
Okay.
Lovely lady. She
Okay.
actually moved to Canada that end of that
Oh,
month.
wow.
And Dr. Brooks
Okay.
was the one that operated.
Okay.
The cardiothoracic surgeon.
Okay.
Yeah. And then she went to ICU. And I still remember how ironic is. I took a photo of her sleep. She was in a lot of pain after that. Could hear when she waked, she was crying.
Because
and moaning.
remind me of the surgery, they're attaching the esophagus to the spine,
So this was the airway
the airway.
to the spine.
Yo,
The one part, because it's flopping, so they attach it so that it keeps open.
yo, that's a big
The airway
surgery.
is attached to the spine.
Yo,
And then she was in ICU. I could see she was in a lot of pain when she wakes up. She's crying, moaning, and shame they were so good to her. They would like blow up the surgical gloves
Aw.
as balloons for her.
Aw.
But I took a photo and it was at the ocean. I
Yes.
got this ocean photo with her
Yes.
being in ICU. And they put only a valve on.
Okay. So straight after the surgery, she could breathe.
She still had the trachea.
Okay.
Valve is like we used to change a filter every day. It filters out the bad air and stuff.
Okay.
You throw it away.
Okay.
You don't throw away the pipe.
Okay.
And then the filter make a little bit more noise.
Okay.
But in hospital once, when she was more awake in the ICU, she discovered her voice, and she was screaming like using her voice and sounding like a hadida. And we were just joking about the hadida, and it was actually so emotional, and
Yeah.
we were laughing and
Yeah.
crying, and
But it
all
must
the
have been
nurses
so
were like, look at
emotional.
her discovering her voice.
Froggy, froggy. Skree.
Maak je voor.
Oh, so is die tracheostomy.
So we were still, I think she was 5 days in ICU,
Mhm.
and then we would like visit her and then go do things to keep ourselves busy
Mhm.
because we couldn't sit there the whole day.
Mhm.
Like seeing, Cape Town is nice,
Yes, yes.
lovely things to see,
Yes.
just to keep our minds busy.
Yes.
And I remember the one day after visiting her in ICU, we
Mhm.
went to Hout Bay
Okay.
to my husband's friend, and
Yes.
we were staying over for the night there.
Yes.
And it was another night, the first time ever that I cried like a deep.
Was it a sense of relief?
It was relief.
Okay.
It was stress,
Just everything.
sadness, everything that I think
Because you were just like
surviving.
surviving. Yes.
I'm there for her.
Yes.
And then you still have to be a wife also in the meantime, but we were both just set on her.
Yeah.
But that night I phoned my sister-in-law. I said, I'm crying, I can't. I don't know what to say. And she's just like listening to me and being there. But it was such a good feeling to cry and
Yeah.
get it out.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes we don't want to cry
Yeah.
or show emotion
Yeah.
in front of
Yeah.
people. That's human.
Exactly.
And it was my body
Exactly.
just letting it out.
It's.
And it felt
Yeah.
so good.
Oh yeah. I'm
And-
sure.
I went home and then we went to get some food, some takeaways close to the home. There was a place, and one young man came to me. I was sitting there with her, and he said, "Why does she have a trachea?" Because many people didn't know what it was, but he knew.
Mm.
And he also knelt down, and he said, "Can I please pray for her?" And he took her hands and he started praying for her, but they're looking at her. not at me.
Oh,
Said,
how
yes, you can pray
beautiful.
for her. And I can't remember the words. I can't remember. I was just so...
Taken back.
Yeah, it's just the feeling that I can remember the
Yes.
feeling. And I just knew she was blessed.
Wow.
And the strip is blessed. Everything will be good.
Wow.
And although you still feel it as a human being on your body, your stress,
Yeah.
you still stress.
Yeah.
And hope
Yeah.
and so on.
Yeah.
So then we went to like a horse farm and showed her
Lovely.
goats and
Oh, lovely. You could still have a good
Even-
holiday.
Blowberg, you know,
Nice.
and seeing Tanny Cecilia the trachea. I also say the trachea Tanny. And then we went to the beach with her,
Okay.
put her feet in the water
Oh.
and in the sand,
Oh.
and she was sitting with that
So
Tanny,
nice.
and that was nice. We also had good times there.
Yes, good
took
memories.
Strolls in.
Finally.
It was an estate where we
Yeah.
stayed, so strolling in the stroller and walked around.
But
even,
now, after a year and a half of life, you're finally making good memories.
yes, now it's a good memory.
Exactly.
And I think in between also we even did one photo shoot with cosmos flowers,
oh, beautiful.
because I felt like this was a do-over for our photo
Yeah.
day. Yeah, we did have good memories because now we had to wait for the end of December. I think it was the 29th of December or the 30th,
Okay.
around there, 29th.
Okay.
We had to sleep over there. I went with her because only one could go.
Okay.
She had to sleep without the trachea.
Okay.
Then they put monitors to see how she was breathing in the
Okay.
night. I didn't sleep.
No, I'm sure.
I was next to
No,
her
I'm
in
sure.
that bed.
I'm sure. Like feeling.
And I was
her.
watching Emily in Paris. I think it
Okay.
was season 1. I can't remember.
Yes.
The whole season I finished that night. I wasn't even tired. I was just looking at her sleep.
Uh-huh.
I was sleeping. The next day they took the tests. We were waiting for the results and they came back. They said she can go home without the trachea. That was one of the biggest.
Wow.
We were like
Wow.
tearing up and
I'm
happy and
sure.
phoning everybody
I'm
and saying
sure.
it's happening, you know. And
Wow.
leaving all the trachea. So we just like, obviously there was the stoma still. That
Okay.
whole, we would put buffs on,
Okay.
and because you know there's some phlegm coming out there.
Okay.
So, or just put some plaster on it.
Okay.
And yeah, I still have pictures of all her buffs and everything. So in that next year, I started sending her to school.
She was still eating through the pig though.
To the pig, but because she couldn't eat through the mouth properly.
Okay.
So it's good you're asking that, because also there we bought like KFC mash. She liked that.
Oh.
She started eating that
Oh,
for the
did
first
she?
time. We introduced
For
yogurt.
the first time she could taste things.
Yes. So we
Wow.
would buy anything that's nice, you know.
Oh.
Some parents are like, no, my child doesn't eat sugar. We tried anything. We didn't care.
Same,
Because she
no.
was small also.
Okay.
Mash, and then it's yogurt and ice cream and anything nice. But she didn't eat properly yet. So
Okay.
the pig was still the number one.
Okay. Okay.
I think only a year or 2 after that the pig came out.
Okay.
When we felt, okay, she's eating now.
Okay.
They still said, okay,
But all her baby food, like purity and that was all fed through the
everything.
pig.
I
Yeah.
even liquidized funny stuff. You know, like egg even, just
Is
like
it?
for some good
Protein. Yeah.
protein. And
Yeah. But she went to nursery.
she started
Okay.
with the stoma and the pig.
Okay.
With Leonie, she's
Okay.
Liefde is at Alberton. She started there and she took her in. She said,
Oh.
it's fine.
Oh.
She said after she was also a bit stressed. I mean, she's got this whole year and
Yes. And the kids are
the
playing
pig
and yeah.
but I just closed up everything and it never opened so that the kids could pull on it, or
Yeah.
and I put the plaster and a buff.
Okay.
And also for germs.
Yes. Yes.
So by the end of that year we said we need to close this.
Okay.
I actually think we took long, but thinking back, but we believed it's gonna close.
Okay.
they closed it in theatre.
Wow.
And still having the peg, I think a year after that, they said, just take out the peg, it's going to close.
Okay.
But it didn't. You know how the stomach acid comes out of there and
Okay.
it burns her stomach.
Shame.
They said it's going to close immediately. It didn't. Like after a month, I said, listen, you need to make a plan.
Okay.
And then also in theatre, they closed it. And that doctor said, why didn't you come a long time ago? Then she'd go to school and she'd phone me, the teacher saying she's all wet and it's burning her.
Oh,
And I would
shame.
feel so bad.
Yeah.
Like I would go and fetch her and the tummy is burned. I would try and close it with plaster, those plasters that you get from theatre, everything, it didn't work. And then we said we had enough. Because we were trying to stop theatre, to not go to theatre.
She'd been so many times in theatre.
She just falls and then cut her head. Then she's like, I'm not going to theatre.
Oh.
So, and then when that was closed, she could eat properly. She just started speaking.
Wow.
We never had speech problems, ever.
Wow.
So we did take her to a speech therapist to help her to eat.
Okay.
But also just a few times, then I just decided to do it at home.
Yes.
But for talking, never.
Wow.
She's very good.
Wow.
Good vocabulary, good
Wow.
speech.
Wow.
And when we took her to the educational psychologist, she couldn't believe where this child is at.
Amazing.
She said, this is a miracle.
Wow.
She also said it's a miracle.
Wow.
And saying what she saw from her history and what she sees here, she can't believe it. She is going for OT like she had, like the shoulders were not strong, but she's doing now gymnastics.
But that's like something all kids would
But
experience,
it's okay.
you know?
It's not a big deal.
Wow.
She's going to grade 1 next year.
Wow.
And she's a big personality.
Wow.
And the stoma didn't close on its own. They said
Okay.
it's going to close.
Okay.
So end of that year, she was living until December to, I think, November with the stoma.
So, thank you so much for sharing your story. But I think for people who want to maybe hear a little bit more of the things that you didn't maybe mention, or want to just read your story, you've written a book.
So I
Yeah.
actually feel that I finished my book just yesterday.
Wow.
And the cover, everything, and it's 100 pages.
Wow.
So what I did was, there was one stage where I was in hospital with her.
Yes.
She actually had, I can't remember the name now, but it's a thing that people with cystic fibrosis get in their lungs.
Okay.
And I also fell ill. I was sick, very sick. My lungs, I couldn't breathe. It was hectic. It was COVID negative, but it was a pneumovirus, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
All the names, my mind.
No, it's
And
so
then
much
it's
to
a lot.
remember.
So there I started writing my book
Wow.
when I was in hospital.
Okay.
And my husband was with her.
Okay.
And we were in the same hospital, different wards. I started writing because I think it was about 2011. I said I'm going to write a book one day.
Wow.
But I said, could it be a children's book?
Wow.
What I just enjoyed writing.
Yes.
And I didn't know what was what.
Yes.
And then so many people told me throughout the years, but write a book. I said, yeah, maybe one day. So I started writing then. In a book, I
Wow.
started just writing.
And it
everything
also
down.
must have been good for your healing and your processing
very
of what
good.
happened.
It's very good to write.
Yes.
And now I typed everything on my computer. I also have in there the verses that got me through from the Bible. Because also then many people would send me like Psalm 91, that the angels will
Yes.
protect you.
Yes.
And then my one friend gave me a mug with that verse on it.
Wow.
And I would go there and I would say to Marique that
Wow.
the angels are here to
Yes.
protect her.
Yes.
So, yeah, and small things that get to you and how the trauma stays with you and triggers,
Yes.
like sanitiser
Yes.
at hospital.
Oh.
when I use the sanitizer or I pass the ICU and I hear that beeping, it's like a wild horse seeing something that it doesn't. It feels like that.
Interesting.
Because it's the same noise that you heard the whole time.
Wow.
And the smell.
Yes. Wow. Yeah.
And you know what about, if we talk about mental health now, what I learned that the trauma sits with you.
Yeah.
I think I said that to you many times.
Yeah.
In our conversations, that the trauma sits in my body.
Wow.
And I can't explain it. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way out of it. And someone told me once, the body keeps the score.
Oh, body keeps the
I
score.
believe 100% after this that the body keeps the score. And
but exactly like you were saying, even now you go to the hospital, you smell the sanitizer, you hear the beeping.
it's a trigger.
And it's a trigger, yes.
Like, it's like in my body.
Yes.
Like, my mind is okay because I'm safe.
Yes.
But your body thinks, what's happening here?
Yes.
I'm back in this trauma.
Wow.
Maybe it's how we made.
Yes.
But I can tell you, trauma and depression and anxiety, it waits for no one.
No.
Not rich, not poor.
No.
Not who you are.
No.
We are all human beings.
100%.
And it's the way you deal with it afterwards.
Exactly.
Like, you know when it comes.
Exactly.
What should I do now? Should I talk about it? And still, I have spoken to Renee many times after the trachea was out and the peg was out, to also work on myself. Now I have to look after myself. I lost weight. Training again.
Yes.
And then still people are asking, must have a second one. I've said no. If you go through that, and it was such a horrific experience.
Exactly.
Also, that's another thing I tell people, experiences in your life. Your experience is different from mine. It sits with you.
Exactly.
I can't erase my experience all of a sudden.
No, exactly. Sure.
And if you have to use tablets, you do that.
Exactly.
Some people don't want to go there, and I'm like open for it. Do
exactly. There's no
I did
shame
do
in
that.
it. Exactly.
I used antidepressants because it helped me just get out of that hole.
Exactly. Can you imagine you didn't have access to that?
You're gonna run around in that deep black hole, around and around. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
And this is my experience.
Yeah, exactly.
And like things that bothered me a lot, like when I see people with their newborn in theatre, I'm like, I never had that.
Yeah.
And I said to her, how am I going to get this back? How am I going to get over this? Because I also wanted to hold my baby and look at her and see who does she look like.
Exactly.
Now we know everybody says she looks like a dad. But you know, people say that panic attacks. No, I was one of those to say if a teenager gets a panic attack or someone gets a panic attack, this is drama.
Interesting.
This is just some added drama.
Yes.
Like I had it once.
Okay.
So what happened was we were in hospital with her again. She came home. And that night she had a fever. But she just came from hospital. And I remember I couldn't breathe.
Okay.
I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that's a panic attack.
It's a panic attack.
Yes.
And it was my first one ever. And now I do
you
understand what it is.
Yes.
I can't just say you're a drama queen.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Wow.
So,
but I think you've covered it so much in your answers already. But like I always end off my podcast with my guests, what is something you wish people knew or understood about mental health?
You know what? Like I just said, it can come for anybody.
Yeah.
It's not necessary that you grew up in a good home or you have money or and it's not a shame. But like I said, also I'm open for mental health issues, and I knew about it before. But the thing that I know now, it's not only a mind thing, it's a body thing too. And you have to get your own ways to get rid of it. The trauma sits in your body. And sometimes it's not only like, it's a bad day, let's get over it. It's not that.
No.
Tomorrow you're going to wake up worse.
Exactly.
So take the tablet and go see someone if you have to. Some people don't even want to go see because they're going to say I'm crazy. I've seen Renee about the fact that I couldn't hold my baby.
Yeah.
So go for your massage. Go do. I'm training now and it works. It helps me. I'm still having stress in my body.
Yes. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing your story. It's been such a lovely conversation, and thank you for inviting us into your beautiful home.
Only a pleasure.
It's been
I love to share my story and how she's healthy now and she overcame.
That's the main thing, exactly.
And I believe she has a calling on her life too.
Yes.
So I have to share it so long. So she can go forward.
Exactly.
My husband shares it in his sermons.
And I know when I first heard about the story, you said to me, it's not my story, it's her story that you're sharing.
Well,